Hello students, today we are going to study a next chapter of our democratic politics. It means from civics for class 10th, the second chapter, federalism. This is a very important chapter. What are the objectives to of this chapter? The objectives are that students will be able to understand the federal system of our country. They can understand, they will be able to understand the meaning of federalism, how it works, what is India's language policy, how are the relations of state and central government, and they can discuss about the benefits of a federal government. So let's start this chapter. We will start this chapter by knowing the meaning of federalism. What is federalism? So federalism in very, we can say, normal words, we can say, if a country, because in the last chapter we studied about the vertical power sharing. In vertical power sharing, the central or your union government, state government and local government, we discussed about it. So same thing is here. If in any country the government is ruling in two or more than two levels, if government is ruling, otherwise we can say, if in any country there are two or more than two levels of the government, that country system is called federalism. That country will be called a federal country. As we can see here, as we can see here, that federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between a central authority and a various constitute units of a country. Usually a federation has two levels of government. Okay, as I told, the power is divided, power is being shared between state or we can say between central government and state government, and in some country there are three third part of the government is also, as in India. Next, we can see here one is the government for the entire country. As we know, in our country, we all know a central government is there, which is ruled from Delhi, है ना? So it works for whole country. So what they are saying, they are telling about the federalism or federal country. So this is the one fact of about it. कि one is the government for the entire country that is usually responsible for a few subjects of common nation interest. So it means the central government, they give their attention and they talk about the and what interest they are having. So national level interest they are having. Their work is to present the nation. And the other are the governments. Other level also are government, like the at the level of province. Province means state. Okay, that look after much of the day to day administration of their state. If we talk about state of Tamil Nadu, so central government is not ruling Tamil Nadu. Okay, so only Tamil Nadu state government is ruling it. So central government is for the whole country, so they look after the whole country in a way, and the state government only look to the state government. Okay, if the Punjab CM is there or Punjab state government is there, they cannot take any decision for UP government or for UP people. Okay, simple is that. So central government is for all and state government for only their own on state. Both these levels of the government enjoy their power independent of the other. As I told, nobody interfere. The state government, one state government does not interfere in other state government, and central government also doesn't. We can say They don't disturb to and they don't play any part in any state government. Okay, so simply they all are having their own powers. So this is called a federal country. Now when we are talking about federal country, so only few countries in the world which are having two or more than two levels of the government, but other countries are not having this. So which are having this, so they are called federal government, and which are not having this, that is called unitary governments. Okay, so we can see here a kind of differences. So first, in the federal government, we can say there are usually two or more than two level of the government. This is a little mistake here, just leave that. There are usually two or more than two level of government who execute their authority independent on each other of each other. So what they do? So in a country, in a federal country or in the federal government, what happens? Two or more than two level are of the government, and they enjoy their own power. Okay, nobody interfere in others. But in the unitary government, under the unitary government, either there is only one level of the government, or the sub units are subordinate to the central government. Only one level of government is there, otherwise subordinates are there. Subordinates mean those who are working under the central government. Okay, they are not independent. They have given some power to the other state or kind of thing, but they have to work according to the central government. So it is not called a federal country. Here we can see second point, in federal system, the central government cannot order the state government to do something. Simple. As I told, they are all independent. They cannot order. They cannot make compel them. They can request. Okay, they can request and they can follow. If central government want something, they want to tell something to state government, so they can tell them and they can follow their request. No. Okay, here we can see in the unitary government, the central government can pass on orders to the provincial or the local government. So here in unitary government, central government can pass the orders for the state government, but it is not in the central government. They have their own power. State government has the power of its own, for which it is not answerable to the central government. If they do something, if they don't do something, so they are not answerable to the central government. They are answerable to the people of the country or state. Both these governments are separately answerable to the people. As I told na, they are not answerable. If one CM is there, he is not doing something good, so but prime minister cannot say him that okay, do this do this work or don't do this work. They cannot say him. They can suggest. Suggestion is different, but they cannot order him. Okay, because they are answerable to the people. That if one state CM is not doing something, so people or public are seeing him, so they will decide that it is good or not. Okay, they will see him in elections. Okay, so this is the difference between federal and unitary government. Now we come on to the how how can we decide, or how can we uh, identify a country कि भाई this country is a this the country is a federal country and this is not. So now we are having the features. As first feature I already told you कि there are two or more than two levels or tiers of the government. As I told, in our country we are having three. First first we are having central government, second we are having state government, third we are having which one, local government. Local government, it means the municipal corporation. Municipal corporation means the we can say in the village areas it is panchayat, and in the town and city area it is municipal corporation, or we can say in the metropolitan city it is called we can say Mahanagarpalika or kind of thing. Yeah? So this is the first feature of federalism. that in a country, if any country is called that we are federal, so they need to have two or more than two level of the government. Now second, different tier of government govern the same citizen. Very nice thing. By if like a central government, so central government is ruling on, if you take any state like Goa, okay, central government is ruling on Goa people also, because they are ruling on all people. And at the same time the state government of Goa, they are also ruling on them. Same here we are here in Tamil Nadu, so central government is ruling on us also, and at the same time the state government is also ruling on us. So it means the citizens are same but the governments are different. Okay, at the same time the jurisdiction in a specific matter of legislation, taxation, administration, it is different on each tier. Okay, so the how to choose, how what taxation should be there, how administration should be there, so it will be decided according to the state government and central government on the different basis. The jurisdictions of respective levels of the tier of government are specified in the constitution. So existence and authority of each tier of government is constitutionally granted. Granted. So the jurisdiction of the respective levels, we all know different level of governments are given the power. How they are given the power? They are given the power just because of our constitution. Constitution make it possible to enjoy their powers of state and center. Now the fourth point we can see, the fundamental provisions of the constitution cannot be literally changed by one level of government. Such changes require the constant consent of both the level of government. Now what are the fundamental provisions? Fundamental provisions means our fundamental rights, fundamental duties, okay, our preamble of our constitution. It means the fundamental things cannot be changed by only central government. Only central government cannot take decision on this. If they think it is very important to change, so they have to take consent of state government also. Okay, so it means if they want to change some fundamental provisions from constitution, so they have to ask to central government has to ask to state government also. Okay,